Okay everyone, welcome back to the Long Dark, video number 20 in our playthrough series, and we are here. We are in the Trapper's Cabin, exactly where we left off. It is the middle of the night, and we just need to get through till morning basically, so let's just eat, drink and be merry just to get us through to the morning. And then we're going to have a think about what we're going to do today. We're on the bed. I mean, there it is. Right, okay, so let's see if we can do... I don't think it's going to let us do 6 hours, but I'm going to give it a try. If we can get it through till daylight, that'll do the trick. That's annoying. How far off daylight are we? Not very. We should be able to get outside then and do some stuffs. Okay, let's have a quick look in our backpack then. Don't worry about that. We're okay with that. Right. Clothing-wise, we're all sorted. So we are pretty much... I'm trying to debate what to do next. I'm thinking... Let's go through with the plan that we suggested before and bring down a deer. One of the many deer that were around near us. So we've got some fire materials, which I usually use. This is probably not a bad time to do it. I've just got to find my way over to the door, which I think is generally in this direction. There it is. Excellent. Okay, so let's head outside then, see what the weather's like. And we're going to have a go for a deer. Never mind, look, I'll probably come face to face with the bear. Okay, well there's only the one deer wandering about at the moment. Weather's not too bad. The only problem is... Oh no, there's another one. Awesome, okay, so we've got a couple of deer knocking about. Oof, I wonder what that was then for a second. Probably doesn't help that I was recently reading Jurassic Park, talking about little tyrannosaurs hiding in the undergrowth. It makes me jump even more. Right, okay, so what I'm thinking of doing then, let's skirt around these rocks and let's duck down and see if we can bring ourselves down a deer. Now, this isn't one of my specialist skills, I will openly admit. I missed. Okay, let's hold fire then. Let's just wait here. There's the bear, by the way, wandering in our general direction. I've just seen him. I've just seen the bear. No point trying to hunt the bear and hope you can get him in one hit, because you're not going to. Okay, I don't think then it may be wise to think about this hunting, because if we do bring it down, we're going to have to go very, very close to where the bear is walking in to be able to retrieve our prize, so it's probably not a wise move to think about it anyway. Let's come back round to the front of the cabin. Let's see if the bear is walking around. I think the bear is kind of heading in this direction, so he'd probably be wandering over here. Didn't look to me as if he was making any effort to turn around. It's a little bit chilly. Okay, at the moment it's getting brighter. The sun is breaking through. Coming into morning. Part of me is wondering whether to maybe try for a different herd of deer.
Oh, sure, I'm getting cold.
I don't know, I'm in two minds, because I really want to try and bring one of these down, because we really could do with the food supply and also with the hide, but the bear is rather close. I am a little bit worried about that, and I'm rather far away at the moment. Part of me is kind of hope that the bear has kind of turned around and he's going back that way, and I'm okay to try for this, but I think I'm too far away. Okay, I've now got a hypothermia risk. I think I'm too far away to make this stick. Yeah, I think I'm too far away. Oh, and the bear is wandering around. There he is. Okay, and he's actually bringing the deer. The deer are running. They're all coming towards me. I can probably bring one down quite easily, but I don't want to do it with a great big bear right next to me. No, I'm not thinking this is not a wise idea. Okay, so let's just jump back inside. And we'll get ourselves warmed up a bit. And rethink our strategy. So, I think what I'm going to do in this case then is I'm going to make my way back towards... I'm going to make my way back towards the cabin, and we'll think about going and grabbing some stuff from the cabin. I might actually take the rifle with me. I was just thinking whether to drop it or not, but I think I'll take it with me. But let's just drop these two, because we won't be carrying those around with us. I think we need to really be carrying all these torches. Okay, let's holster the gun, and we're still not exactly warm, but we're now out of hypothermia risk. So I think we'll head back to the cabin, which is gets us well away from here. Or I might even head over to... Oh, weather's gone a little bit downhill. Because we've still got some stuff at the cabin we need to go and get, so... Oh, he's wandering back, so hopefully by the time we come back he will have cleared off. Okay, let's... Well, straight back into hypothermia risk. We should be okay. Should be absolutely fine. If we head back over this way, we'll head back towards the cabin. We'll get ourselves back that way. Pick up what we've got left behind. And we shall see. It's a bit breezy. This is all very real at the moment, because right now, the point where I'm filming this video, we've just come out of some pretty snowy weather here at home. It's been an interesting week with snow and very cold temperatures. Not quite as cold as we are at the moment in the long dark, which is minus 27. Been getting it down to around minus 7 here, where I live, which is quite cold for around here. With a fair bit of snow around, not as bad as it has been in other areas. It's all cleared away now, so we're all good. Okay, so we've got some limbs and things here we could just chop up for firewood, but I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to head down towards a named pond. Obviously, we do have a deer here that we can, in theory, bring down. I'm just trying to decide if it'll be a wise idea, given my current hypothermia risk. Oh, I did hit it! I did hit it! So we have injured said deer. So let's just track it now. The draw distance of the blood trail is a bit strange. It's now stopped completely. Alright, we're going up here. Up over the top. I'm hoping I'm either going to find it down on the ground. Like it's come down this way towards the river. Nope, then it's gone this way over the ridge. I'm tracking it because there is a chance we will find it collapsed. And then of course it's easy. Oh no, I can't get up there. I can't get up that slope. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I can. There we are. All's good. Blimey, it's run a long way. Oh, what a way to go, this one. Well, I can hear it running, but that is a slope I definitely can't get up. Oh, that's a disappointment. Okay, well, let's head back down then. That is a colossal disappointment, that. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to track it down. Never mind. Let's have a quick look around this side. Oh, well, never mind. Okay, well, we've come up on the cabin from behind. Oh, we picked up the trail again. It's heading down this way. Oh, there it is. There is the deer still running about. Ah, I think that was probably a little bit. There we go. Well, I've used all my bullets, but I have finally hit the target. Right, okay, so we're not very far from the cabin either. We're up above it, which is probably good. Let's get ourselves a fire. Oh, no, I'm not going to be able to, am I? Because of the steepness of the slope. Okay, well, we're just going to have to quarter it and hope then. So let's quarter it. It's going to take us an hour to do that. Let's go ahead and quarter. Hopefully we won't die of hypothermia whilst that's happening. Okay. Let's pick up all the bits. Okay, we are going to be pretty heavily encumbered, but we haven't got very far to go. So let's head back down the hill then.
Damn.
Oh no! How did I sprain my wrist? How did I sprain my wrist? Okay. I'm walking down a slope. How did I sprain my wrist walking down a slope?
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
It's fine, don't worry. We are coming down on the cabin now, so all is good. Okay, so we're going to drop inside the cabin then. So we've got ourselves a bit more of a food supply, and we've also got ourselves another deer hide.
Feels like an empty pit.
Yep, that's fine, don't worry about that. Okay, so let us... I can't remember what I left behind here. I did leave some stuff, didn't I? Yeah, I left a whole load of bits and pieces, including some food, which is good, because we're going to need that. So let's... we're no longer at hypothermia risk. So let's just drop the various things that we know need to start curing. So hide, gut. Let's get rid of those. So they can all start curing away. Got a big pile of firewood here as well, which is useful. And we also need to try and sort out our sprained wrist. I might kind of just hang fire because it's 2 hours to recover from that, and we're not going to go anywhere for a long time, so we should be okay. So let's sort out these deer quarters then. So let's harvest that for its meat. I need to do a bit of tool maintenance fairly soon, I think, as well. And we'll harvest this one as well. Okay, the risk of intestinal parasites is healed, so we can eat some more wolf meat, so that's good, because that's what we've got. Right, so housekeeping, let's get through this. Okay, cool, so we've got plenty... Oop, I always forget that. There we go. So we've got plenty of food, so we're not going to worry about that for the... There we go, our hypothermia risk is also healed now, so we've got plenty of food, so we need to do a big cook-off. And we probably need to get ourselves some water sorted out as well. We have some cooked food, so I'm going to eat 3 pieces of this. And I also need one of the books. So I've got something to start a decent fire with. So let's eat, drink, and be merry. So let's eat and drink the cooked food. Let's make sure I don't do something stupid like eat the raw food. I'm going to go ahead and eat. Oh, I've just noticed that. Look, when you're eating it now, look, the weight drops gradually. That's cool. I've never noticed that before. I don't know whether that's new or whether I've just never noticed it. Doesn't do it when you're drinking, though. It all comes off at the end. Right, okay, so... we need to cook a whole load of food, then. So, let's get ourselves outside. I think we are coming up on... is it midday-ish? Oh, it's a bit murky. Well, that's fine, I'm not going anywhere. So we're going to use a book as our fuel to get this going. We've got a tinder plug, and we're going to use some cardboard matches. And we are... ooh, take the charcoal before we start. And then we're going to start ourselves a fire. So, it's all a little bit samey at the moment. We are just kind of getting ourselves to a point where we know we're really going to do well to survive. I think very shortly I am going to head towards the dam. Which is the only section of this map that we've not yet gone through. And then I think I might go off and do a little bit of exploring on some of the other regions nearby this. We did say that we could think about getting across to the forge that's over on Forlorn Muskeg. We'll add the fur, and we'll add some reclaimed wood. I'm not going to... well, yeah, let's go for it. Let's just give ourselves a nice 4-hour fire. We'll get all this stuff cooked up, and then we'll see if there's anything else we can do on the fire whilst we are waiting. It's a little bit samey, this, but yeah, what we're going to do... just keep going. So yeah, what I'm thinking of doing then is heading over to Forlorn Muskeg, potentially thinking about using the forge, but I might also do a trip over to the Broken Railroad, or the rail yard region, the name of which I honestly can't remember, which will it's a new region in the game. Obviously came in with Wintermute, and I've not been in it in survival mode yet, so it'll be interesting to see what's over there and haul it all the way back over here. So I think we've got a couple of things to think about doing next. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into the dam, and we'll loot the dam, bring it all back to Trapper's Cabin, and then I'll think about heading across, possibly to the furthest region, the rail yard area. We'll do some looting there, and then we'll see if we can bring all that back across again, and then we'll think about heading across to the forge on Forlorn Muskeg, and see if we can make ourselves some arrowheads, which of course will be good for hunting and whatnot. So, oh, just about long enough fire to get through all that meat. That's pretty cool. Perfect. There we go. Let's drink some, what the heck, let's drink some coffee. That will give us a warmth bonus and a fatigue bonus, which hopefully will let us get back to Trapper's Cabin with a big chunk of our loot. So let's just drink that. Where is it? Oh, did the fire run out? Oh, did the fire run out before we managed to do that? That's annoying. Okay. Doesn't take that long to make coffee. Right, okay, what's our current weight? 30 kilos, so we're only slightly over our heavy income, but let's just eat a couple of these little pieces of meat. So that'll just get us up, and we'll drink our fill. So that'll tip us over. Perfect. Okay, so let's see if we can make a bolt back to Trapper's Cabin then. The only problem is we are a little bit... in fact, let's just do some surveying while we're here. I don't know if I've surveyed this way. I haven't. There we go. So we've now got ourselves a little bit more of the world surveyed. Let's make our way across then back, see if we can get back to Trapper's Cabin while the weather is above freezing. We might as well get all this food back to Trapper's Cabin. I know I haven't brought the hides with me. I'm just going to bring the food back, and then I may well come back. I mean, ultimately the hides are going to take time to cure anyway, so they don't need to be desperately brought back right now. If we can get our food stash back to Trapper's Cabin, and then I think I'm going to head over to the dam and we'll get that out of the way. as the last bit of this region that we haven't explored. I'm just conscious that the last couple of videos have been a bit samey, where we're kind of just flying backwards and forwards between Unnamed Pond and the cabin and Trapper's Cabin, and just picking up bits and pieces as we go and basically doing the same thing. So we're going to do something a bit different just to shake things up a bit, make our survival a little bit more interesting. Bunny! That reminds me, we need to craft some snares. Once we've got some more gut cured, we can think about crafting some snares. But I really want to craft the clothing. That's kind of always my goal. That's what I always aim to try and do. So that's what I'm going to plan for. So we've got ourselves a good food stash, which is important. And then I think we're going to take some of it and we're going to head over to the dam. We know that Fluffy is going to be in there. We are in stalker mode, so Fluffy, unless of course it's been changed, but Fluffy is pretty much inevitable in stalker mode, so we're going to have to tackle Fluffy, but hopefully we can do that and we won't have any problems. I think normally, to be fair. And then we can loot the dam, see if there's anything interesting around the dam area. Okay, it's all looking good at the moment. Not very much going on over here. It's all fairly clear. Fairly quiet as the ominous music kicks in, which always makes me nervous. Up the slope, keeping our eyes open. Now, I'd be interested to see where the bear is. So obviously the bear was kind of wandering. Well, he turned around and was wandering off, so I'm kind of hoping that that is what's happened and the bear has just wandered back around the other side. And we're not going to have to tackle the bear. Okay, let's have a look then. We're almost at the top of the hill. Let's have a nosy what's on the other side. And on the other side we have no bear by the looks of things. Good, yeah, deer wandering about in the middle, no bear around. Straight run back into Trapper's Cabin, all is good. And there's the cave that leads back over to Milton. We haven't been to Milton obviously for quite a while now. We've been concentrating on Mystery Lake. We're going to be heading back to Milton. I'm sticking with my little complication, I think I'm going to call it, just to make things more interesting, of dragging everything back to the Grey Mother's house. So we are going to have to start thinking about doing that at some point fairly soon. We're going to have to start thinking about dragging everything from here back to the Grey Mother's house, but I'm not going to do that right now. Okay, so we have food. So we're going to drop into this container. Oh, we've already got loads in here. I didn't realise. Okay, so let's get rid of all of the food that we're carrying, or as much as the container will hold. Oh, which is all of it. Okay, that's cool. And we'll get rid of. We'll copy back across some of the older stuff, which is what we're gonna take with us. So we've actually got a really good meat store here, so that's all kind of good. Water we've got in the safe, haven't we? Are we carrying anything else that we don't need to be carrying? Yeah, we probably don't need to be carrying all these kind of things. We don't need to be carrying... probably don't need to be carrying quite so much charcoal either. I don't know what I've been... I can't remember what I've been stashing where. Oh, it's all clothes in there, isn't it? Right, okay, so what have I been stashing elsewhere? I've got equipment and supplies in here, haven't I? Yes. So, if I... let's offload some stuff that we probably don't need to be carrying around quite so much of. So let's get rid of the reishi mushrooms and those two bits of old man's beard. We're going to need to keep the bandages. Let's get rid of some of this charcoal because we're carrying quite a lot of it. So let's get rid of about 10 pieces of that. The rest of that we probably need. Food-wise, we're where we need to be. Clothing-wise, we're where we need to be. And I think we probably don't need quite so much medical supplies. So let's get rid of some of these painkillers. We don't need to be carrying quite so many of those around. Just to reduce our carrying weight. Okay, so that's cool. Right, okay, I think we're in good condition to head across to the dam then. But we're going to do that in the next video. So right now, I am going to say, as always, thank you so much for joining us for more Long Dark. It's an interesting one, this. We are making our way through slowly and steadily. We are going for the long game with this one, so we're trying not to do anything too crazy. We are on day 18 of our journey into the Long Dark. We're aiming for 100 days, and then, of course, if we can keep going, we're going to do that. And hopefully, can we make a year? 365 full days in the Long Dark. Akirai's on his channel at the moment is trying to do that, so that's going to be pretty cool if we can try and keep up with that as well. So right now, though, thank you so much for joining me for some more Long Dark. We are going to be back very soon, where we're going to carry on. We're going to head to the dam, we're going to tackle the Fluffy, and we're going to see what we find in there. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I shall, as always, see you again very soon.